there are some bagoles that cry. Kumikono nenge chumukabia.
Mabanja.
You may think they are happy. They start crying.
Yeah.
Bambi, you start being like, wow, I went to her and I'm like, we are done with everything. We are only waiting for the money. Shockingly. She started crying and she's like, don't put me on pressure. Don't spoil my day. I'm the mugore. Why are you making me cry?
Shouting.
Why are you making me cry?
Man.
So I'm like, but my dear, I thought we agreed. I got an event. That event came in at a time where I was doing my final papers.
Yeah.
One of the dates of my final papers.
So you had to choose.
Was the exact date.
Yeah.
Of the event. So I sat down and I looked at that date. And I looked at this money. Bro, it was 1.5.
Oh.
It was my first introduction. The money spirit told me, Chosomo kufuna, chize.
Chiri mungalo.
Now, at that event, I got other 4 events. There and then,
because of the impression.
Exactly. Yeah. There and then. And these events were even more expensive than the 1.5. Hey. People have bad hearts when it comes to events. People bewitch bagole. I had an event in Mukono, deep down, but serving the muko, and it's only the muko's food that has house fries.
The luombo.
I saw it by myself. They changed the luombo 3 times. Do you know the people that rescued the situation?
No.
It was Richie'S blended juice.
You give me a thumbs.
There is another event. Mother of the Mugole came to pick juice. I even knew that she's the mother. This wasn't a guesswork.
Yeah.
So the mother came to pick the jar. I don't know. I trust my instincts so much. My heart told me follow her. Now, on following her, this lady was not actually going to the Mugole room. This lady had gone and he was resting the jar somewhere and she was putting some stuff
inside the jar.
Yes, the mother to the Mugole. Yeah. My cosmates used to tell me, nigga, you cannot be squeezing orange. Then after squeezing orange, you come and start
typing, hawking around the street.
There is a function we went to and the Mugole told us, you serve? I'm sure by the time the bakos come, the juice will still be there. I told her no. By the time the bakos come, the juice will be done. And she thought it was a lie. By the time the bakos arrived, we were washing the dishes.
Welcome to another episode of the Events Corner UG, a show dedicated to tell stories of event service providers and brides and groom. How did they meet? Which challenges did they face while preparing for their weddings? And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to follow us on all our social media platforms. Are you looking for the best photography and videography company to capture your precious moments on events? Photos by Joe is ready to capture all those precious moments on Kuchala, Kuhinjira, Kwanjula, and weddings. And you can please contact them on 0756 90 8800. Contact them on 0756 90 8800. And please follow them on all their social media handles. Today on the show, I have a special guest. He makes the different flavors that you see on the events that you'll be on for juice. He's going to tell us where he began his business from, which challenges has he faced in the business, and he is none other than Richie.
Actually.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
For a long time.
Exactly.
It has been a long time since you last met physically.
True.
You're always busy.
It's mountains that don't.
Yeah, definitely. So, people would like to know your name and your business.
Okay. Richard Byakatonda is my name. I'm the team leader of Richie'S blended juice. We've been in the business for 6 good years.
6 years?
Yes.
Wow.
Successful years, actually.
What an experience. So, how did you come up with the idea of making juice on events?
Okay. First of all, I usually tell people it's brokenness that made me think of juice.
Yeah, you wanted money.
I was at campus.
Yeah.
Then my dad used to give me money. You know how campus life is, parents finance you and all that. So they used to give me money that would run me for like 3, 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah.
So there is that particular week that my dad gave me money and I actually ate the whole of it. Then it was a Friday. We had a test. I didn't have any money on me. I had to move from my father's place
to the
campus. Now, along the way, a lot of things came in my mind. I was like, now, I'm in a situation where my dad still finances me, but I still don't have any money on me.
Yeah.
What will happen when my dad stops financing
you?
I just knew life would be hard.
Yeah.
So I was passing by some restaurant. We usually went there for some drinks with some fellow campusers. And come on, they costed their glass at 10,000. I mean, they charged it 10,000
per glass.
Now, in my mind, I was like, how many mangoes are in that glass? Surely they're not more than 3.
Yeah.
Nice juice. So I was like, I think I can also do this. I sat down, talked to myself. I decided to give myself time for research. I did research for like 3 months.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I used a lot of the
platforms.
Internet. Yeah. No, when it comes to the internet, me and the internet, we are like this.
You're together.
We are together. So I used the internet a lot of times. At least every day I would spare 1 hour for the internet. Usually, I don't know, but where I went to study, they usually give us free Wi-Fi and all that. So I used that chance and spared every 1 hour every day for 3 months to research about juice. Yeah, after the 3 months, I made my first production.
Was it a wedding or you were just making orders for normal customers?
It was actually a 5 liter for a birthday. A friend's birthday still at campus.
So you communicated to your friend that I can do juice, or if you just...
Now it's funny. I started advertising. I started telling friends that I do juice for events before even making 1 glass of juice.
Oh.
Even for myself. I just started designing flyers.
Yeah.
And I shared with friends online.
On what?
And everyone was like, hey, Gweman, you've now started doing juice. Blah, blah. I was like, yes. Ombe. Poor guy. I don't even done a glass.
So during this time, did you have your own blenders or you never had anything on you?
Okay. For starters, I knew I needed a blender.
Yeah.
So I bought a blender at 99,000 from a friend called Gerard. Yeah, I remember very well.
Yeah.
It was 100,000, but this guy gave me a discount of 1K.
Oh.
So I bought it at 99,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of 1K.
Exactly. So I had, but by the way, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
Because by that time, bro, even a 1K was big for me.
Oh.
Yeah. So I bought a blender. It was there even before I started making juice.
Yeah.
Because I knew the moment I started advertising, I have friends that would be like, send me 1 liter, send me this, send me this. Yeah. So that's it.
So when you made the juice, were you serving different flavors of juice, or you had only one particular flavor that you served?
Okay. At the start, I was very honest with myself. I was very honest with my clients. I didn't start with all the flavors of juice. I started with only 2. I was doing hibiscus and mango mixed with passion. That's what I was doing. Just to take you back a little, before the 5 liter, I started making juice in Buveras of 500 shillings. I don't know whether you've been.
Yeah.
Now we can relate. So it was 500 shillings each. So what I would do, I would make the juice in the morning, supply it to different shops, then shoot to campus. Immediately after lectures, I would run back, go to the different shops I've supplied. If there is any left juice, remember it was 500 shillings.
Yeah.
But it was very hard for it to get done. Because when it comes to the ghetto people, 500 made sound a little bit more compared to the 100 shilling of water. So whenever I would go to the shops and there is juice left, I would pick it, handle it in bundles on each side of my hand, and I started moving around.
Oh, like a hawker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not like a hawker. A hawker.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I was a hawker. I was a juice hawker, and I'm proudly saying that, and I'll already say it.
That's been a journey.
Exactly. I was a juice hawker. So I would go to people and I would tell them, "Come on, buy this juice."
At the same price.
500 shillings.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you buy this juice, I'm telling you, you will get a lot of vitamins, blah, blah. When you buy
you
this
find
juice,
the difference.
I tried so much to speak a lot to these people. And some of them would even laugh. There is a day I told some woman, Mama, kana katunda bw'okagula nompa ebitaano ebyo oba weewonyeza akatayimba kuba akasente oba okampadde muloni. So she laughed and it was funny. She became my customer.
Client.
Actually, up to now, she's still my client.
Okay, really?
Because of that. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was briefly about the journey. It hasn't been easy, that's the truth.
But you own a successful business in US. That is really a big blessing.
Mm-hmm. True.
Wow. So how did you realize that I want to become an events juice supplier? When did you really take it as a true profession?
Okay, when I started juice, people that used to test the 500 shilling juice in Kavera, they kept telling me, your juice is too nice to be in a Kavera. Your juice is too nice to be in a Kavera. So I was like, never namteka kurukumi, will you buy it? Will you buy it at 1K? Like, are you sure you will buy it?
In a disposable.
Exactly. They started telling me, man, we shall support you. We shall support you. So what I did, I left the 500 shilling Kavera in the market. I also added the disposable of 1K. And by then it was 300 mils, the size of the glass. So those that would afford the 500 shillings would go for the Kavera. 1K would go for the disposable. So when people tested my juice in the disposable, they started telling me, why don't you do juice for parties? People miss this nice stuff. People, I mean, how about you add more flavors and you venture into parties? Now, in my mind, I was like, I think I'm the first person to do this. I didn't know that there
are other many.
Exactly. Because my research was not mainly on how is the market in Uganda. My research was mainly on how can I make nice juice. About the market, I said, the moment I know how to make nice juice, the market will come. So I made little research about the market for I think the first 5 months into business. Yeah, so I sat down and I'm like, everyone is telling me to go for parties, go for parties, go for parties. Why don't I start?
Parties.
Exactly. And my first party was that birthday. I remember it was 4th May 2019. It was a birthday.
Day.
Exactly. Come on. Why not?
It's an anniversary.
This is not something I started abruptly. It's something I started with a plan. Yeah, I had a plan. So meaning every date would count in my life up to now. They still count in my life.
Definitely.
So, I started doing intensive advertisement on my status, WhatsApp status. And eventually, there are two friends, Innocent and Joseph. These guys called me and they're like, man, why don't you do juice for us on our birthday? So I was like, okay, how many liters do you want? They said, no, we only want 1 jerrycan, 5 liters. It was 50,000. Bro. I would take a week without a 50,000. So I was like, if these friends are willing to give me some 50,000, let me make something nice for them. So that at least they can refer me to someone else. They can still order more juice casually. So my first event was a birthday, 4th May 2019.
Wow.
That's how I ventured into events after feedback from
the people.
From the client.
From the clients. Wow. So, during events, do you face some challenges while dealing with brides and on the events themselves? Do you have some challenges that you face in the juice industry?
Who doesn't face challenges in this?
Never. You might be somebody who's on the flat side.
Come on, no. If Jesus himself faced challenge, who are we?
The Son of God.
The Son of God himself faced challenges. Who are we? I've faced a lot of challenges.
Because this platform is a platform that are created for people to speak out. Like you can speak to the next bride so that they do not do the same mistakes that you have been facing.
Baby,
at least you try.
Okay. Just like I've told you, you cannot run away from challenge.
Definitely.
Even right now, after 6 years, I still face
the same challenges.
The difference is I now know how to handle. I know how to tell them. Exactly. So, one of the challenge is, you get a client that wants to seem like they know
the thing.
They know what you're doing. they seem like they are into your business.
Yeah.
Not knowing this particular Mugole is a banker. A banker cannot have the same knowledge as a juicer.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. So someone comes, you try explaining to them, and to some extent they tell you, come on, what you can do, I can also do
it.
To some extent you feel like asking them, Mama Rachel,
why didn't you do the thing?
Yeah.
Because you have the knowledge and you can get the people.
Exactly. And you see, people make nice juices at home. People make really nice juices at home.
Yeah.
But the difference is they cannot make nice juices for bigger numbers.
Yeah.
That's where we come in to help out, because they cannot handle the bigger number.
Yeah.
We've been at homes where they give you juice and you test it, and then they ask you as a juicer, give a comment about the juice. And you tell them the juice is extraordinary, the juice is nice, the juice is excellent.
It's nice.
Then they will just tell you, no, you're just telling us because you want us to pay you.
Yeah. The impression.
Exactly. They feel like you're just exciting them so that they trust you with their monies, which is actually not the case. So Bagoles usually want to seem like they know what we do.
Yeah,
yet actually they don't. I've had a Mugole that tells me, you know what? You're too expensive. Me, I will do the juice myself with my family members.
Yeah.
We shall do the juice for our guests. And to some extent, I'm like, it's okay, you can do the juice.
Definitely.
Now, there is this particular Mugore that told me the same, and I told her, it's okay, you can go on and make the juice. Bro, even before halfway of the event, she called me and she was booking me for her wedding.
Can you supply?
I think I now know why you people are expensive. I'm going to pay you any amount of money that you want.
Just bring the juice.
Make sure you save my date for the wedding.
Yeah.
So when you face such a challenge, to some extent you feel like, oh, I'm not worthy it. But then you remember they came to you because of the nice juice, the nice product. Yeah. The other challenge also is people wanting to do what person A did. Assuming you'll come to a function where they have given me 8M.
Yeah.
You'll be a guest. You have a function in the next 4 months. And this person has given me 8 million.
Hey, make a lot of money.
That's exactly. By the way, I don't regret joining this one. I don't.
Actually, did you finish the other course that you're studying? Did you complete it?
Okay. I got an event. I got an event, and that event came in at a time where I was doing my final papers.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the dates of my final papers.
So you had to choose.
Was the exact date.
Yeah.
Of the event. So I sat down. Obviously, timetables come out earlier.
Yeah.
So I sat down and I looked at that date. And I looked at this money. Bro, it was 1.5.
Oh.
It was my first introduction.
Yeah.
Or in a big event, apart from the other first wedding. So I looked at the money, 1.5. And I looked at the date of 2 papers.
Yeah. You had to choose.
The money spirit told me.
You follow your dreams.
The money spirit told me, chosomo kufuna, chize.
Chiri mungaro.
So I was like, you know what? Let me go for this event.
Yeah.
Ebya party, money ebya paper tuja kola.
You do retake.
Maybe. But yeah, I'll do the retake and still get my result, my result, and I decided to go for the event. So it's funny, but after the event, I didn't think of going back for that paper.
For the retake.
I wasn't a retake material by then. I wasn't. So I was like, okay. Now, at that event, I got other 4 events. There and then,
because of the impression.
Exactly. Yeah. There and then. And these events were even more expensive than the 1.5.
Hey.
And I was like, I was doing IT by the way. I was doing information technology.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think this is my calling.
Yeah, definitely.
After looking at how this whole interest came in, me walking from, actually it was my first and last time me walking that distance from my father's place to campus.
Oh.
It was my first and last time me walking that distance.
Yeah.
So I was like, based on the situation that this thing has come in,
yeah,
I think it's my calling.
Yeah.
And things were just moving. I didn't have planned kids as my friends. I didn't have, my family is not that connected, but I started getting events.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, no, I think God is just trying to test me.
Yeah.
To see whether I can realize that this is my calling.
Yeah.
Bro, I decided to stick to juice.
Up to date. So according to the events that you used to get, do you have some people that used to help you, or you used to still work one person?
Okay.
Or you reach the time and then you say, I really need a team. This is my business. This thing is going to be big.
Just like any other business, you don't start with a team.
Yeah.
Obviously, you start alone with a challenge of convincing other people to join, people to come on board. No one believed in me, actually, when I was starting, including my father.
Yeah, like many of us.
Yes. My father was like, young boy, I took you to good schools. You went to campus. Now, little did he know, that was before the graduation.
Yeah.
Little did he know that I had missed the 2 papers for the event. You understand? So he told me.
It was your own secret.
Exactly. Now, that comes in after. I remember graduation comes in after months. Blah, blah. So he told me, young boy, I took you to nice schools. You went to campus. And now you've decided to squeeze oranges. I was like, yes. Then he told me, oh, you're just doing it just for
fun.
When you get time. Yeah, exactly. When you get a better job, you leave the juice thing. I told him, Daddy, I'm not passing by. I'm doing this, and I'm going to do it forever.
For life.
Now, this guy looked at me, and actually he just moved as I was still speaking.
This guy is really wasting his future.
Yeah, true. So, but I didn't blame him. Just like any other parent, they feel like you deserve a better life.
Yeah, even me as a young boy, I used to tell my mother that when I grow up and to become a filmmaker, and when I told her that I'm going to go into events, Mikoro, so they still have the other mentality of the cameraman, moving around the villages,
So,
exactly. So some people still have some mentalities or things, the way how they see things, and in the other old times. So yet things are changing at a different pace. So your dad left.
Yeah, my dad left me there. My dad went to some judge of mine. She stays in Muyenga. And my dad was like talking to her, telling her, can you imagine, this son is telling me he wants to do juice, and he's my only son. Actually, I'm his only son. So he saw his only son being diverted.
Yeah.
You understand? From the brighter future. Exactly. Yeah. From the brighter future that he wanted me to have. My judge called me. And she told me, why do you want to prove to be crazy? No, I'm not proving to anyone, actually. This is what I've decided to do. It's what I'm going to do. And after some time, you people will look at me and be like, we are proud of you.
Yeah.
And trust me, right now,
we are proud.
The story is different. Yeah. So I started talking to different friends to come on board, and we start working together. Obviously, I didn't have the money, but I told them, if we make it out there, trust me, you people are going to be earning some good money from me.
Yeah.
The first friend joined me. We had an issue of a freezer. The freezer went faulty. Yeah. We didn't have money to repair the freezer. Yeah. I told this guy, come on, why don't you try being patient? We work upon it. We resume work. This guy told me, man, may have other things to do.
There's no future here.
There is no future here. Actually, he kept telling me, are you sure we can make money from this? I told him, bro, we can. Then he left, and personally, I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
And this guy was like my pillar.
Yeah.
Whenever things would become hard, this guy would tell me, man, you've always told me we shall work it out. We shall go through this, blah, blah. This guy left. To be honest, I cried. I cried. I was like, and I mean, it wasn't easy to take in. Having someone that you can tell, man, let's hawk this juice. Let people see us.
Yeah.
And then from nowhere he has gone.
You're alone. You are used to the other situation of working together.
Exactly. Yeah. You're making the juice. You're washing the utensils. Yeah. You're cleaning the place. Meanwhile, I had a very small room, but it was very hard for me. Come on, I'm a man.
Yeah.
You understand? It was a challenge for me. So, but anyway, I pushed. I kept pushing slowly by slowly. It wasn't easy. Then along the way, I told myself, but I think I need an employee.
Yeah.
But this employee was not specifically to help me to make juice and do blah, blah, the marketing. My problem since childhood, I didn't want to wash utensils.
Oh.
So I told
that was a problem.
Exactly. So I told this girl, the moment I'm done making juice, come and
wash
the utensils, then leave.
Yeah.
When she came for the first 3 days. She was washing utensils, then she was leaving, blah, blah. Yeah. Then after 3 days, she tells me I was paying her 3,000
per
wash. Then she told me, but how about you increase my car payment? And I also be selling the juice around.
Oh, yeah.
In my mind, I was like at Infusa CEO.
Yeah.
I'm now a boss.
So were you paying the other friend earlier, or it was just
No, I was paying him actually. I was paying him. Only that I wasn't paying myself, but I was making sure that I pay him.
So now you're CEO.
Yeah, but by that time I was even still staying at my father's place, and this guy was renting for himself, meaning he needed the money more than I did. Yeah. So I used to pay him. It wasn't that serious money. Sometimes like a 5K, sometimes like a 10, depending on how the day has moved. So this girl tells me, increase my payment. Me, I be selling juice around. So I decided to ask some neighbors if at all it will work out. They told me, just give her the chance. Maybe she can do something. And she had the looks.
Yeah.
She was cute. She was young, but cute, beautiful. Some guy told me,
attracting men.
If you start selling juice with that girl, you're going to make money. So I was like, okay, I think this will work out. I called her and she was called Stella. I called her and I'm like, Stella, Tula. She was like my kid sister because we grew up from the same area. So I told her we are going to start selling juice. I want you to be focused. The first days will not be easy, but I'm sure if you're the one selling it, you'll make more sales than me.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was young. She didn't know why I said so.
Yeah.
So, she started selling juice. Obviously, you know men. You know your gen.
Yeah. Hello.
They started buying the juice.
Yeah. Sales increased.
Sales started increasing. Now in my mind, I was like, oh, I can make money. Along the way, sales started cutting.
Oh.
I got frustrated and I even felt like leaving the juice business. And I was judging some friend of mine. Okay, he's like an elder brother.
Yeah.
But a friend.
Yeah.
So I was judging to him and I told him, man, Arafat, business is becoming hard. I don't know why, but things are not moving. This guy told me there is a man called Dalaus.
Yeah.
I studied
Dalaus.
Dalaus juice. Yeah. I studied with him. I think I can talk to him and you go meet him. You will be encouraged. So I was like, okay. He gave me the number. He didn't give me the number. He asked me for money to give me. He told me this guy you're going to meet is a lifesaver.
Yeah, he's a big man in that industry.
Just give me the money. You will thank me for the rest of your life. I told nigga, I don't have money. I told him I don't have money.
I'm struggling already.
I'm already struggling. I'm telling you things are not moving and you're asking for money. So he told me, you know what? I'm not giving you the number. Little did I know that this guy's business was so big, even on the internet, that I could even get the number from the internet. It didn't come in my mind. You know, when you're stuck, you don't even reason.
Yeah.
So, so this guy had a function for a friend. Arafat, the guy that was asking me for money to give me the Laos's number.
Yeah.
And I think by mistake, he added me in the group, which group also had the Laos. No, it was just for an event. Oh. And I think he was the treasurer.
Oh.
I think it was the treasurer or mobilizer of the event.
Yeah, for the event.
So I don't know whether it was a mistake or he did it intentionally.
Yeah.
He added me into the same group. Now, I didn't know anyone in this group apart from him.
Yeah. Apart from Arafat.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to text him and be like, "Wait, guy, you've put me in a group that I actually don't know anyone." As I was thinking of texting him, I saw someone posting and the number had Dalaus, Team Dalaus.
Yeah.
So in the moment I was like, I think this is the Dalaus this guy was telling me about. What I did, I called the guy and I'm like, am I talking to Dalaus, the Jewish man? And he was like, yeah. I felt like I'm talking to my lifesaver.
Yeah, you have saved money. Yeah.
So I told him, man, I've been doing juice for months, but things are hard. But some friend of mine told me you can give a hand. So he told me, yeah, sure. Can you come on Tuesday up to, like from around 2 after lunch? Then I said, even if you want me in the morning, I'll be there. You know,
desperate.
You love something,
yeah,
and you're willing to do anything.
Yeah, anything.
To make
Any
sure
sacrifice.
that exactly to make sure that it works out. Now, the Laos told me come at 2. I was there at 1:30. I even called him and I'm like, I'm in one day here. So he told me, no, let me direct you, blah, blah. So he directed me to his office.
Yeah.
Man, I reached the guy's office. I looked at the place.
Is this an office for a juice maker?
For a juice maker. So, I first of all looked at him and I'm like, are you the Laos? And he's like, yes. Because initially, after Arafat telling me about him, I went to Facebook and saw whatever he was doing. It was beautiful work. Work that I thought I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So when I went to the place, come on, the office was so executive.
Yeah.
I told him, bro, what else do you do?
Apart from juice.
And he told me, no.
I do nothing else apart from juice.
Juice is my mother, juice is my father, juice is my... I was like, Siva. So we started talking. Rarely does this guy spare time for people. This guy spared 3 hours for me from 2 to 5. I remember it was on the 6th of December 2020.
Wow.
I
love your memory. You have your calendar.
I told when it comes to dates that mean something to me.
Yeah, life-changing
dates. Come on, I'd rather forget my birthday than forget the life-changing dates. Yeah, so it was 6th of December 2020. I met this guy. It was actually 2019, 6th of December 2019. I met this guy and we talked. This guy spared 3 hours for me. I'm sure if he watches me, he believes it's very hard for him to give 3 hours to
now.
Right now. Even then, actually, people used to fear him. Yeah. So, bro gave me 3 hours. After the 3 hours, I felt energized,
motivated.
This guy told me, one thing I can assure you, just give it time.
Yeah.
Do nice juice. Make sure that you put your customers first. Don't put money first. Don't put profits first. Put your business first. He told me you'll never lack something to eat. Meanwhile, this guy told me you'll never lack something to eat. I would even go a day without money for commando.
Hey, really?
At some point, I looked at him and I'm like, do you even know what you're talking about? But he created that positivity.
Yeah.
That I left his place feeling like I'm the biggest juice person in this country.
Different from the way how you went in.
I felt like, come on, I can do this.
Yeah, it is possible.
I kept telling myself, Richie, go for this. You can do this. You can be at the level where the Laos is.
Yeah.
I told myself, you reach an extent and the Laos will be your friend and you people have the same jazz. I mean, the same table. Yeah. So, came back, pushed again. I didn't give up.
That guy really has a good heart, because somebody to give you time when it is the first time talking to you, no connection that this is my boy, just help him or her. It is really something very special about him.
A little about the Laos.
Yeah.
I think this guy is prospering because of the good heart that he has.
The giving heart.
This guy is so selfless.
Yeah.
He's so selfless. This guy, this is a guy that I would even call at 1 a.m. in the night. He's married, meanwhile.
Yeah.
But this is a guy that told me, even if it's at 2 a.m., call me.
Just call me.
Call me and we talk. And trust me, I disturbed him a lot. A lot. But he told me one thing. I've given you the knowledge freely.
Yeah.
Give out the knowledge freely.
Freely.
I don't charge my knowledge because freely it was given.
Freely given.
Yeah. So I started telling him, bro, how do you get workers? Blah, blah. He told me, no, for the start, if you have one worker, stick to her.
Yeah.
Stick with her. just call your friends to be helping you out when you get events. So immediately I started looking through my list of friends, and I'm like, now which person can I call in case I get an event? Blah, blah. To be honest, my whole list didn't have people I would call to work with. I swear, it didn't. You know how campuses feel themselves. Guys, like, how can they see me moving with a jar of juice?
Yeah.
So I was like
somebody who is not educated.
To some extent, my classmates used to tell me, nigga, you cannot be squeezing orange. Then after squeezing orange, you come and start
typing, hawking around the street.
What? I felt like, so they told me, make sure that if you're to touch our keyboard, you've not yet touched your fruits.
Just quit. Just quit.
Nigga, it was a little bit, actually, it was a little bit hard because these are people that I was with from Monday to Sunday.
Oh.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dallas told me first, get people to come and work with you, give them a little money, maybe a 10 or a 15. As you grow, you increase the payment. So I looked within my customers around the street that I was working from, and I saw some young people around that are actually looking for money.
Yeah.
They really want money. So I talked to one by one. They accepted. So whenever I would get events, I would call them and I give them a 10,000.
Yeah.
And they were very okay with it. Actually, they were happy because they saw
it makes a difference more than getting zero.
Exactly. They saw how I was running the business. They saw it was a very small venture, and they understood me. They believed in me to be their boss.
Yeah.
Do you know, people that have been supporting you to buy juice of 2K, 1K, and then from nowhere they become your employees. It's not something easy. Yeah. So they believed in me, and we started working. Slowly by slowly, I started getting a constant team.
Slowly by full time.
Exactly. Yeah. Slowly by slowly, I started getting constant teams from a team.
Yeah.
So as I talk, I have more than 3 teams that can handle more than 3 functions.
Wow.
Yeah. So I just gave it time. I made sure that I share my dream with these fellow young people by then. I mean, they believed in me. They told me, man, if you can do this, and then you're venturing into events, we are going to work with you, and we are sure the moment you make it up there, you will not forget us.
Yeah, you want. By the way, some people you can help some people, and then after some time they get even other people. So, and do you still have those same employees that used to have some of them on board?
Some of them are even CEOs of
their own companies. Yeah. Then that is something great.
Yeah, actually, I keep telling the people I work with that it will excite me if you wake up one morning and you tell me, Richie,
I want to begin my own business.
I want to begin my own juice business. I will be very happy. Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because I know whenever you're telling your story, my name
will be there. Like Dalau is saying.
Like the one I'm talking about, Dalau. Yeah. To me, that gives me satisfaction than you giving me a token of cash,
money, and then
exactly, because that means if I have issues, it's very easy to call you and you will come through. You understand? Yeah. So I could say actually most of them that I started with are now running these businesses. So just like, you know, brands evolve.
Yeah.
You let out some new workers, you let in some new workers, let out some old workers, and some of them even decide to take another
different path. Yeah.
But they still, I mean, they are still interested. Me, I have workers that I started with that are working in offices. But the moment you have an event and you call them,
make a call,
they fall sick. They fall sick at the other office so that they come and carry the jar of juice. You understand?
Actually, you're a good boss, because at times people, they treat their workers in a certain way, and then when they call them, they can't turn up.
Okay, this is what I can say to everyone that is starting a business, to everyone that is running a business.
The so-called CEOs.
The so-called CEOs. Actually, don't want to call myself CEO. I love it when I say I'm a team leader, because I'm a hands-on person. This is what I can tell everyone that is starting a business of juice, everyone that has employees. Before you want to excite that client out there, first excite your employees. Before you want to make that client out there happy, make sure that your employees are happy. Do you know why?
Yeah.
No. Because just in case you're not there, that client will not be happy because the employees are not what?
Working.
The employees are not happy. First, make the employees happy, then the clients will automatically be happy. Why? Because even when you're not there, the reception they will receive from your workers will be a warm one because you treat your workers well. I think put your workers first, then your clients second. That's what I can say.
Actually, that message goes to all CEOs and employers because at times, some people, they treat their workers badly, and then at the end of the day, we are the people that make you money, and you're and you benefit more than us at the end of the day. So that message goes out to each and every CEO or anybody planning to make a business.
This reminds me of a day that I found some client busy abusing one of my workers. She was shouting at the top of her voice. And when I tried asking what the reason was, she had ordered for some other flavor of juice, which one of my team members delivered. And I think someone else told her, if there is this, they would have given you this flavor instead of that. You understand? Yet it's her that ordered for the juice.
So she changed her mind afterward.
Exactly. Even after taking part of the juice. And
enjoying it.
Exactly. she comes to the girl and she tells her, you know what? I think you should change the flavor for me. Someone has told me Chita Fairy is nice. I remember she wanted Chita Fairy. Someone has told me that Chita Fairy is nice.
It's better.
And this girl told her, okay, we have the Chita Fairy, but the left Chita Fairy is already what? Booked. Some people are coming to pick it.
Whatever, call late.
No, this was actually at one of my juice points, not at the event. Someone, I mean, we have individuals that order juice and deliver to their offices and homes and workplaces. So, and she was busy abusing the girl because of that. I told her, frankly, please, next time, if there is any issue, it's better you address it to me. You have my number. You have the business number. But the moment you frustrate this girl, you're also going to be frustrating me. Because at the end of the day, she will leave. Who will serve you when I'm not around?
And you can't stay there for life.
And I cannot stay there for life. You understand?
I'm
more of, just like I've told you, I'm more of a hands-on person. I'm usually in the field looking for clients, blah, blah. So I told her, if you treat her well, she will serve you well. If you treat her poorly, she will end up treating you poorly. Because sometimes I'll not be there. She's the one you'll be dealing with. And then she started telling me, I'll not take the juice anymore. Hey, how can you side with your employee? I confidently told her I will always side with my employees. Yeah, that's it.
It's all about understanding. They have told you they're booked.
Exactly.
Nothing much there.
So, and usually what I do, I take my employees through a series of training. You don't just come today, then I tell you tomorrow start working. It doesn't work like that. I sit you down, I give you the different challenges that you're going to face in this business and how to handle them. Meaning, if I find a client fired up against you, I first of all have to listen for both sides. And
then you judge.
Not in a wrong way. Sometimes clients are wrong.
Yeah, because we deal with people from different societies, people who have different behaviors. So exactly, the behavior change. Earlier on, we are talking about the challenges you face in the industry, and then we are still talking about different packages that people take. Like maybe a client might find out, might be on a certain event, and then he wants to have the same exact look.
Now, about that, just like I told you, a client comes, sees something at an event. They don't even bother knowing how much it costed. They call you and they tell you, I want the same thing you made on Jose's event. So this is what we do. We have 3 packages. We have what we call the ordinary package. We have the silver package, and we have the premium package. Now, the premium is for the high-end people. Those will be like, so that's the premium. Then the silver would be like the average price.
On the budget.
Then the ordinary would would be like for someone that wants the juice, but they cannot actually afford the luxury that
the
comes with
board,
the juice.
the setup.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They cannot afford the luxury that comes with the juice, but they really want your juice. So what we do, we give you people different prices. When it comes to the premium and the silver, in most cases, it's a customized setup or display. Assuming someone will come and they tell you, you know what, me, I'm using lilac. I'm using some little bit of black and white. I want you to use the same colors. Then the ordinary package client will tell you, me, I want juice.
Full
stop. We understand. Obviously, you with the additional stuff that you want on your event, you will have to pay a little bit more compared to someone that only wants nice juice. Meanwhile, we don't compromise with the quality of juice.
It is the same.
Whether you've given us 10,000 or you've given us 5M.
It is the same.
We don't compromise with the quality
of the juice.
We believe that si muto, si mukuru, juice omulungi wa buli omu. And we also believe si mwavu, si mugagga, juice omulungi wa buli omu. So those packages, usually when someone calls and I want this, you'll be like, no, but this person paid the premium. 10M, 8M. And based on your budget, there is a client that calls you and tells you, Richie, I have 2M. This client has 2M, but they want something that costs 8M, which cannot actually work. So what we do, we usually advise them freely. We invite customers and we give them free consultation services. We advise you on what to do. We even show you options of what you can do. And others start telling you you're expensive. They don't take you. Others who really understand what they want, they'll value. Like, as long as it's nice, I'm working with you. So there are clients that would mind about their money. There are clients that would mind about your value. So that's where those packages differ. That's where they vary. There are people that will value there are people that will understand the value of your services and your product. And there are people that will not understand it and they just want to have that sense of you get so those are the packages. When you come, we sit down with you, we show you the different packages. We advise you on what package you take based on your budget and based on the number of people that you have at your event.
The expectation.
It's because someone that has 350 people or 500 people will not have the same juice as someone that has 150. Someone will come and they want to book you for juice and they are taking a number of liters that would be taken by someone having 300 guests. And this person has 150. So that's where we come in. And they'll be like, okay, it's not about the money, because obviously I would sit down and be like, because if you want if you have 300 guests, to us, me I see money. You understand? Me I see money. Okay. Thank you for giving us all your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for being patient. Now, if at all you've watched this until this moment that I'm saying these sweet words to you, just do us a favor. Please subscribe to the Events Corner. Make us count. Make us carry meaning on this platform. Your subscription will mean a lot to us. Thank you. Then you'll be like, okay, you want 10 jerrycans, but you have 100 people. To be honest, that's a lot of juice. How about we give you 6 or 5 jerrycans for your 100 people, if you're sure they are really 100?
So does it reduce on the pricing or still the pricing stay constant?
No, obviously it reduces on the price. Very well. It reduces a lot of money. It reduces a lot of money. So in most cases, when you give such advice to a client, people love it when something is keeping money in their pocket. So this client will be like, I think this person is not all about money. Our business is an easy to start business. That's what I can say. We have people that have ventured into this business and their target is money.
Money, definitely.
Now, when a client sees you advising her or him to reduce on the budget, that's when they start respecting and seeing that actually this person is not mainly targeting money.
They're here to serve them.
They are here to serve us. Yeah, true. So when I look at people venturing into the juice business, sometimes I feel hurt because most of them come not for passion. Most of them come not because they really love what they are going to be doing. They come for money. Sometimes you be at a function as a guest, not as a service provider.
Yeah.
And you hear a service provider saying, "Nze kastaba mazeyo." There's a customer mazeyo. Good thing they have paid me to zero. So it's up to them whether they complain or they don't complain. Good thing I have my balance with me. Now, to us, we even have a system that says, if you find any issue with any of our juices, we refund the money for that juice.
Really?
Yes. We have it. Even on our receipt, it is written. We refund the money.
You refund full balance, or
we refund money specifically for that juice that you've
for that flavor.
Yes. If there is space, assuming that weekend we ain't busy, if there is space, we bring some more juice and we replace the juice that you have issues with. When you reach at an event, we call you. Be like, you know what? How about you come and test jerry can? A jerry can. The one that you have issues with is not served.
Yeah.
Because it's you that knows your guests better than us.
Yeah.
But I thank God we've never refunded you. Because we've never disappointed. Yeah. We've never disappointed.
You take time and then you do the best.
We've never disappointed any client. Before we put juice in our van to come to your event, we first of all test it to make sure that it is up to standard.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I confidently say Richie's blended juice has never and will never
refund.
Will never disappoint.
Yeah.
Any client.
Disappoint.
We are not even planning to disappoint you who is watching us.
Yeah. So do you have any other challenge that you face apart from that packaging issue?
My first challenges when I was starting, I had a system that I was working with. Pay me half of the money.
Yeah.
I come
50%.
50%. I come for the balance at the event.
But actually, that is where I was going. The payment issue is also another thing because me, I'm a photographer, and at times I can go to your set when you have paid me like 80%, and then after getting the photos done, editing, and then you pay me the 20%. But when it comes to juice, you've already taken the juice. There's nothing to be like a referral.
You now feel me. You now feel me. You can relate actually. So, I used to tell clients, give me 50%.
Yeah.
I'll pick the 50%.
Yeah, on the event.
I was so sweet. Because obviously, I thought exciting a client will actually push me some.
Yeah, bring more clients.
Thank you. But then I realized I was working with human beings.
Yeah.
I was working with people that error. I was working with people that have plans of, I will get a 2M and then they get like a 500M. You understand? So the challenge that I got by then, you'd reach the event, ask for your balance, and they tell you, no, you serve the juice.
Before beginning.
Yeah, we are going to give you, the balance. So as a good boy, I would serve the juice.
Yeah.
Then at the end of it all, someone would tell you, I don't have the money.
And that is so bad.
Yeah, there is that specific scenario. I remember I was in Fort Portal.
Imagine moving from Kampala to Fort Portal.
And this was a function for an OG.
You knew the person.
I knew the person. She knew me. We were like this at school. We were very tight at school. So she calls me and she's like, Rich, I want you to do juice for me, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, where is the event? Fort Portal. I'm like, okay. I charged her.
Premium package?
No, it wasn't premium. It was ordinary. It wasn't premium. It was ordinary. But obviously, when it comes to the ordinary, you give us transport.
Yeah, because that is an extra income.
Exactly. You only give us the transport to and fro. So this friend of mine told me, Richie, you know me. You can use your money for the transport. I'll give you the transport that has brought you to Fort Portal and transport that will bring you back to Kampala.
Had she paid the 50%?
No, she had actually paid to 100. She had paid all the
100%.
100%.
Oh.
Now, in my mind, I was like, if she has paid all the dues to 100%, can she fail?
The transportation.
You understand?
Yeah.
Can she fail to give me the 500,000 for the transport to and fro?
Yeah.
And first of all, I know her. And in my mind, I was like, even the husband is loaded. So they
are rich.
They are rich. So we went to Fort Portal. We reached in time, served the juice. People loved the juice. And within a few hours, the juice was done. Just like anything nice.
Yeah.
So I started asking her, now it's time for leaving to Kampala. I had come for our balance, the transport. She told me, give me a few minutes. Just be around. You will come back for the money.
Was the event done or still?
The event was still running, but it was almost getting done. So I was like, oh, she's my friend. I'll hold on. I even feel like mentioning her name.
I don't know. Not saying names. Not saying names.
So
I just found a story, but no names.
Yeah, no, I cannot say her name.
Yeah.
So after a few minutes, like actually the event was even done, I went to her and I'm like, we are done with everything. We are only waiting for the money.
Yeah.
Shockingly, this lady started crying.
In front of you?
Yes, in front of me and in front of others. She started crying. And she's like, don't put me on pressure. Don't spoil my day. I'm the Mugore. Why are you making me cry? Shouting. Why are you making me cry?
Man.
So I'm like, but my dear, I thought we agreed. And she's like, we agreed, but I don't have the money. You go.
And that is too much.
Now, the MC, one of the MCs of the event, he came and he asked me what is happening. I explained everything to him.
Yeah.
And he told me, how long have you been in the juice business? I think by then I was 8 months.
Not even a year.
I think either 8 months or 1 year and 2 months. This MC told me, you made a very big mistake. You cannot come from Kampala to Fort Portal without having all your payment.
No balance.
So I looked at him and I told him, okay, how would you advise me? And he told me, let me try talking to the Mugore. So he went and talked to the Mugore. This lady gave us 70,000.
70?
70,000. So what I did, I said, no, I will not pull ropes with her. She's my friend.
Yeah.
Never know after the event, she will give me a call and be like, come and pick your money.
Yeah, I was just on pressure. I was just frustrated.
Actually, me, what I had in mind was, maybe she was just on pressure. There's things that had not moved the way she had planned, blah, blah. Let me give her time. Maybe she will call me. We went to the Fort Portal town, got some money from my account, made sure that we come back to Kampala. Up to date.
No call.
She has never called me. She has never called
me. Florence.
What I'm talking about is like 5 years back.
Yeah.
She has never called me. She has never given any reference.
Yeah.
She has never recommended me anywhere. She views my statuses.
You watch hers.
I watch hers. And that's how everything ended. And that was the last function
that you agreed to.
That I did.
With a balance.
With a balance. I learned my lessons. I learned the hard way. So the challenge was me going to events
without full balance.
Full balance. Actually, that was the biggest mistake I've made in this business. I think it's the biggest mistake I've made in this business.
At least you got a chance when she paid 100%
of the juice.
Yeah, because the people that I've worked with would have been there asking for their money because I've worked, of course. Have to be paid. I don't want to know your issues.
There was nothing good about her paying 100%. You know why?
Yeah.
Because the transport to and fro Fort Portal was half of the money of juice.
Oh.
You understand?
It is like she paid half of the money.
Exactly. But anyway, in this business of service providing, you have to understand that you're dealing with human beings.
Yeah.
It's a few human beings that are true to their word, especially when it comes to the money. There are very few. But at the end of it all, we run our business on trust.
Yeah.
It's about the client trusting you. It's about you trusting the client. Even right now, there are some clients that call you and be like, you'll find the money at the event.
At the event.
But good thing, these days, we went a little bit more formal.
They sign.
The business is registered.
Yeah. Oh.
We have an agreement that we send you and you confirm that you've actually conceded, you've actually accepted to the agreement. Meaning, in case of anything, we are not to be blamed.
Yeah.
So these days, it's easier to ask for your payment because we have all the agreements that show this is what we talked about. Yeah. I will not tell you that it's not a challenge, and it's still a challenge.
Yeah, because...
But at least these days, there is something to enforce the payment.
Yeah, and at times, we shouldn't blame the brides because in Uganda, at times, some people, even us, service providers, we have some people that do not deliver according to the standards. Somebody might be paid 100%, and then at the end of the day, they do not turn up to the event or something happens. And at times, the brides, they might have the money in the morning. But during the situation of the mukolo, the DJ maybe is asking for the payment. The generator is not around. The makeup artist is also demanding for some money. So I don't know the day.
That's where we come in.
Yeah.
And we tell you,
let us.
It's better.
You pay there and then.
You pay to 100.
Yeah.
Before other bills come in.
Yeah.
You understand?
Even emergencies may turn up.
Actually, I think this should go out to any Mugole out there. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're organizing your event, at the end of the day, you have to pay the service providers. So taking long to pay your service provider, it's just like calling pressure and stress to your own self.
Yeah.
You understand? If you have a chance of paying a service provider to zero,
you pay
them and have an agreement.
At least there is an agreement.
You see, usually people don't know how powerful writing is.
Yeah.
You can write, you can agree on something, you can have a document that benefits the both of you in case someone else defaults.
Yeah. It might even strike you, the service provider.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have a document that serves both of you.
Yeah.
In case of anything, you know where to start from.
We agreed on 5 flavors and then you're delivering only 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've defaulted already.
Yeah.
We agreed on, let me say 100 liters, you're delivering 80. You faulted already. So if a client doesn't accept going into
a documentation
thinking that it's benefiting only them, that's why functions come and you find a client crying, you find the bride crying.
Yeah.
you didn't have an agreement.
Yeah.
That's a difference with us. We have an agreement. Formal, starting from our receipts. We sit down, agree, you sign, not only signing, even when it comes to our WhatsApp chats.
They're being saved.
Trust me, we save them till when the event is done. Because we learned the hard way.
Yeah. A phone call cannot finish business because even if you recall, at times it is not easy to find those calls very easily.
Then the other challenge also is people have bad hearts when it comes to events.
Oh.
People have very bad hearts.
How?
People bewitch Bagole.
Hey.
Me, I've been at an event. Now, this is a true story.
Oh, tell us.
This is a true story. This wasn't just a jazz from someone else. I saw it myself.
Reality.
I had an event in Mukono, deep down in Mukono, the deep villages of Mukono. The event was going on. This event had big political names. But do you know, serving the Muko, and it's only the Muko's food that has house fries.
The Ruombo.
The Ruombo. it's only the Mukozi Luwombo that had houseflies. I saw it by myself. They changed the Luwombo 3 times.
And was busy eating.
No. Obviously, how would you eat houseflies all over your food? Yeah. So after changing 3 times, the Muko ended up not eating it.
Yeah, because even me, I can't take that food.
But do you know the people that rescued the situation?
No.
It was Richie'S blended juice.
You give me some.
Yeah, we just gave him a full jar. Do you know why? Because we pray for our events. We make sure we are vigilant when it comes to the safety of our clients.
Yeah.
Even when houseflies came all over the Mukozi Luwombo, the Mukozi food,
you realize
houseflies didn't come to the juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
The guy took it, has some sugar.
The guy took his juice at peace.
So what was the reaction of the singer?
No, obviously the singer was just quiet. Actually, you could see her facial
expression.
Yeah, she didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
She didn't know what was happening. And I think to some extent she felt like crying, but she couldn't. Obviously, she had to act strong because the Muko is like your son. So you have to show your son that I'm strong. But yeah, that happened. There is another event that that mother of the Mogole came to pick juice. I even knew that she's the mother. This wasn't a guesswork.
Yeah.
I told one of my team members, come on, that is the mother to the Mogole. If she's taking the juice to the Mogole, give her the jar. To the Mogole in her room, as they're doing the makeup, blah, blah. Sometimes they want to take some refreshments. So the mother came to pick the jar to take to the Mogole. I don't know. I trust my instincts so much. My heart told me, follow her. Now, on following her, this lady was not actually going to the Mogole room. This lady had gone and he was resting the jar somewhere. And she was putting some stuff
inside the jar.
Yes, the mother to the Mugore.
Jesus Christ.
The mother to the function was in Luowa. The mother to the Mugore.
So on seeing her, what was her reaction?
No, me, I kept quiet. She didn't know that I had seen.
But you went to the bride.
Me, I waited.
She
took the juice to the bride. I made sure the moment she puts the juice in the bride's room,
you switch.
I come in.
Yeah.
Now, when I came in like this, I told them this juice wasn't yours. Let me bring your juice.
So the mother was still inside?
No, the mother had gone out.
Oh.
Actually, what I told the mother is, I just want to find out the feedback as the Bagoles are taking the juice. Little did she know that I had seen her. So what I did, I told the team, this wasn't your juice. I have better juice for you people. I took it away. I didn't tell the Mugole then.
Yeah, because she'll be traumatized.
Exactly. I just took the juice, poured it. There is a lady that found me and she was like, you people are denying us juice. You're pouring this one.
You're wasting the juice.
I was like, no, this had gone bad.
Man. Your true mother, man.
It's like after 4 months that I told the Mugole.
And what was the reaction of the Mugole?
She was like,
it is impossible.
No, she told me, I suspected something would happen at my function. That's what she said.
Wow.
I think they already had family issues. And she was very well aware. So when it comes to her business, it's a little bit risky. Actually, not even a little bit. It's so risky.
It is risky.
It's very risky because we are dealing with something that goes into someone's body. We have people that are venturing into the juice industry that don't even mind whether the fruits are rotten.
Yeah, they're just doing it
as long as you've paid them. It's very risky. People out there are giving others poison.
Yeah,
people out there are giving others poison, and if you take it lightly, and sorry to say this, but to our clients out there, I don't know how this may sound to other service providers, but our clients out there, avoid at all costs. Avoid cheap service providers. There is a difference between cheap and affordable, not so?
Yeah, exactly.
There is someone being affordable, then there is someone being extremely cheap.
Yes.
To our clients out there, the moment you choose a cheap service provider, expect cheap services.
Yeah.
Expect cheap products. Thank you.
Even the cleanliness. So how do people really deal with, as in when a bride wants to choose a service provider for juice, what should somebody consider while choosing the right company, according to you?
Okay, I don't know about other companies.
Yeah.
But what you should consider.
What really makes you different from other companies?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know about others.
Yeah.
I'm talking about us. The first is money. Have money.
Don't come just lightly.
Yes. Don't come with faith.
Yeah.
We usually tell clients. We usually tell clients, come with money. Secondly, have trust in us. Then thirdly, don't just do your function for the sake of doing it and it's done. Look for someone that does quality work.
Yeah.
When it comes to juice, we are undoubtedly the best juice company in Uganda.
Definitely. I've ever tested your juice on an event and I really love your passion. Even the guavas, they're so nice. They're so top notch.
Yeah, so a client should look at money availability. Make sure you have the money. Don't book a service provider with the hopes of getting money. Have the money. Because in most cases, a service provider will give you substandard work, probably because you failed to pay. At the last minute, you're telling this service provider, I don't have your balance. Find something to do for me in that little money I've given you. Meanwhile, this service provider has organized something based on the initial amount that you people agreed
in the first
That's why in most cases you find a service provider telling a client, you know what? If you're not finishing my balance, I'm not working for you.
I'm not coming.
And trust me, they don't come. They don't come. So our clients out there just have...
I've ever had such a scenario whereby somebody has, let me say, given you 80% and then at the end of the day he says you come and then you say I'm not coming. Or what ultimatum do you put, let me say, like a week before the event, or you have to be 100%?
Okay, I'll speak this on behalf of Richie'S Blended Juice, the team that I lead. We are human.
We understand.
But what we expect from you is, please be open to us.
Communication.
Dear client, if you come to book Richie'S Blended Juice, be open. If money is not there before the event and you actually don't have hopes of getting it, be open. We are human.
Yeah.
We have no problem coming and working for you at 80% deposit, and we demand for the 20 after. Just like I've told you, we have the writings already. We have the agreements already. So there is nothing to worry. To the rest, I don't know whether they don't fix the events. I'm not sure actually about that. But for us, the moment you open with us, like 4 days a week to the event, we understand.
You're good to go.
We are very human as long as you're open to us. But thing is, clients tend to fear us. Clients tend to be like, but we had an agreement with him. Will he understand us? Blah, blah. He will start thinking otherwise. That's not us. We do things differently. And I will even tell you as you're coming to give us your first deposit. We tell you, you know what? The best way of payment is pay a little by little. You will not feel the burden.
So towards the function, you be...
Towards the function, you have either zero balance or less balance. And then when you tell us, you know what, actually you people, your balance was 300,000, but right now I'm not well, blah, blah. Please, we just sit down and have a writing and we are good to go. We make your event
I understand. So what is the most selling flavor according to your juice? When it comes to this, you said 10K per liter.
10K per liter.
Yeah, according to that.
Oh, you asked a wrong question to a wrong company.
Oh,
all our juices are favorites.
They're all demanded.
All our juices are demanded. Anything that is not demanded, we don't do it. Actually, we didn't learn how to do it.
Hey, exactly.
we only deal with something that is demanded, and I'll not tell you that this is the most demanded flavor. All our flavors are demanded. If you've not tested all of them,
you should try it out.
Find time and visit our office. We have free samples when you visit.
So when it comes to events like Kuchala, Kuyinjira, weddings, how many flavors do you take to the event?
Okay. It all depends on how many liters you're taking. Or how many. It's easier when you say jerry cans, 20 liter each. How many jerry cans you're taking? Assuming if someone is taking 30 jerry cans of juice, each 20 liters, you cannot give them the same flavors that you've given to someone that is taking 6 jerry cans.
Yeah.
The one of 30 jerry cans takes more flavors than the one of 6 jerry cans. So usually we sit down with clients and we give them chance to tell us what flavor do they wish to have at their events.
Yeah.
So the moment you give us the list, we look at your list vis-a-vis the season that we are in. There is a season where you can hardly see passion fruits. There is that season. There is a season where you can hardly see mangoes.
Definitely.
Now, when you insist on having mango at your event, it's better.
In the wrong season.
Yeah, it's better we turn you down than taking your function.
Yeah, more than producing substandard juice.
And that's where juice service providers end up doing things that are artificial, and they start lying to you that it's actually 100% natural juice. Why? Because you've put them in a position of forcing a flavor. When I tell you passion fruit juice is off season, as a client, I expect you
to understand that,
to understand and take what I'm telling you, because I'm the one into the juice business, not you. You understand? When you force me to do the juice, when it comes to Richie's blended juice, we don't. We openly tell you, you shouldn't expect passion fruit juice. Why? Because passion fruits are off season. If you insist and you want it, we rather let you go. If not, which we can even double your price.
And then find ways of
getting it. Because usually, if a fruit is off season, it automatically means the existing one is expensive. So, assuming our 20-liter jerry can is 200,000. If you insist on having it at your function, you'll have to part with 300,000. That's if it's off season, and you insist.
That is when you insist
to have it. Yes, if you insist, please. Let me repeat it. If you insist, that's when we ask you for 300. What?
But normally
it's 200,000, and we advise accordingly based on season. Now there are clients that will tell you, "Me, I'm a fan to pineapple." Blah blah. Being a fan to pineapple doesn't mean, since you're taking 10 jerry cans, you need 9 jerry cans of pineapple juice. No, it doesn't work like that, because it might be hard to believe, but it's true. Usually, Bagoles don't even exceed 4 glasses of juice.
It is for the rest of the people.
It's for the rest of the people. So if at all the Mogole is only looking at what she prefers, you understand that it's even risking your brand as Richie's blended juice. So you advise accordingly that if you want pineapple, which is okay, among the flavors that we are bringing, we can give you 1 jerry can of pineapple. Since you as the Mogole, you're not even exceeding 4 glasses of juice. But the rest, let us guide you. Let us advise you. Because we know what clients want. We know what guests want based on our experience. So we don't have a specific number of flavors that I hear we take 4, we take 5, we take what. No, it all depends on the season. If the season is favorable, there are fruits like there is that season of December, January, where we have almost every fruit.
The good thing in December, you have so many functions.
You have so many
and so many fruits. Then that is a good thing.
Exactly. So what we usually do, we advise you. We tell you based on the season, we are going to give you 4 or 5 flavors. We tell you what specifically would you wish to test. When you tell us, I would wish to test Katunda and mango, and they are on season, we make sure that in all the flavors that we give you, there is Katunda and mango. So that you take the juice that you wish to take as the bride or as the Mogole. You understand? So the rest of the flavors can be decided by us depending or based on our experience in this juice business. So there is no specific number of flavors. It depends on the season and what the client would wish to have.
Yeah. So at times you go to events and then you find out that the juice people, they take long to serve juice. Or even me as a photographer, at times I go to the booth of juice and then I request for some juice and then they told me, no, we're not serving juice. What is some of the cause of those situations? Why are you not serving juice? And so many people turn up to complain.
Okay. First of all, you asked me about the challenges.
Yeah.
That's also one of the challenges.
Yeah.
You see, when we sit down with our clients and then you tell me you have 300 people, I will tell you, or I'll suggest the number of jerry cans or the number of liters that would be enough for 300 people. Now, in most cases, the people that are booking us can tell you, you know what, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. This was my budget. What can we get in this?
In that budget.
Assuming you've charged for M, and this client will tell you, my budget is 2.5 M. That's to be honest with you. I cannot lie to you that I'll make 3 M. Then at the end of the day, I don't have the balance.
Yeah.
What I'm sure of and what I'm going to give you is 2.5 M. So we sit down with them and openly tell them the juice that you're ordering will not be enough based on the number of guests you expect at your function. So in most cases, a client will tell you, don't serve the juice yet. Wait until when I arrive.
Yeah.
That's when you should serve
the juice.
That's if it's a wedding. They will tell you, no, don't serve the juice yet. The moment I arrive, that's when you should start serving.
Yeah, the juice.
And when you serve, at least serve a little. Don't fill the glass.
Yeah.
Then there are introductions. They will tell you, you know what, since the juice is not enough,
Yeah.
set up your stuff, display the juice,
Yeah.
but don't serve it until the bako
come.
And by all means, the client is our boss.
Yeah.
We shall move by that, because we also know at the back of our mind that actually this juice is not enough.
Yeah.
If at all we start serving right now.
Yeah.
There is a function we went to and the Mugole told us, will you serve? I'm sure.
Be enough.
I'm sure by the time the bakos come, the juice will still be there.
I
told her no. By the time the bakos come, the juice will be done. And she thought it was a lie. She thought we didn't want actually
to serve
the juice. She insisted you serve. We started.
I want to bang
away.
Yeah.
Obviously, we started serving the juice. By the time the bakos arrived, we were washing the juice.
What was the reaction of the Mugole?
Yeah, the Mugole wanted to bring more juice. Actually, she asked me, is it possible to get more juice from you?
On the other initial budget?
No, like she was willing to go an extra budget. Because initially she knows we usually have juice every day.
Available on the office.
Even as I talk right now, there is juice.
It's available.
Yes. But that day was extremely busy. We had mob functions. We have mob individual orders. And juice was completely booked.
Yeah.
There is no way we could do it. I just told her, you know what? Just look for something for your bagole, mania for your bakos. So that the event moves. Because at least me, I took my part.
Yeah.
I had devised.
But you never listened.
Just like others.
Yeah. So, how do you preserve that juice to be fresh until the people find it? Even from the transportation area, how do you incur that challenge?
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to answer that question as Richie'S blended juice.
Yeah,
I don't know how others preserve their juice.
Yeah,
ours is 100%. 100%
juice,
natural
juice.
No
preservative.
We don't put preservatives. We don't put any artificial additives.
Even sugar.
When it comes to sugar, it's the clients that decide. There are clients that will tell you with sugar, we are apart. There are people that
don't want with sugar.
Yeah, there are clients that will tell you with sugar, turetut.
Yeah.
So you serve according to their interest. When it comes to how we preserve our juice, we have well-working deep freezers. We have well-working deep freezers that we service. There are no chances of juice going bad. When it comes to your events, we have well-working deep freezers still at your event.
To preserve the juice.
Yes.
Yeah.
On top of that, we even have well-working electronic dispensers.
Oh.
Now, these dispensers can keep the juice cold, and these very dispensers are used as juice displays. So they serve a two-in-one purpose. There is no chance for juice going bad. There is no chance for our clients receiving substandard products.
I normally see juice when it is very thick. So I mean you don't add anything in the juice.
Okay. For those, even those at home, you know it. When it comes to blending, obviously the machine needs some liquid for it to move. We put little.
Yeah.
Just like you've said, it's very thick. Yeah. If we put a lot of juice, it wouldn't be thick like the way you've tested it. Yeah, so we just put minimal water to help in the movement of.
Yeah.
Then also there are clients that will tell you, or there are guests at events that will tell you, me with thick juice,
I don't want it.
We don't deal together. Can you get me something light?
Yeah.
So we have what we call light juices.
Oh.
We don't. And let our viewers understand this from Richie'S blended juice. If you want light juices, we don't get mango and we add water to make it light.
Oh.
No. Our mango has to be thick.
Completely.
There is some TikTok video that I watched, and some guy called Solomon Chimela. Chimela was like, amazi gasuse mu muyembe now in our juice.
Yeah.
Amazi tegasuka bamikwano.
Yeah.
So if you don't want thick juice, the best advice we give you, don't order for mango juice from us. Because our mango juice, which is blended mango juice, it is thick. If you want light juices, we can advise you to go for something else. You can go for orange, you can go for passion, you can go for tangerine, there is lemonade, there is pineapple. There are so many light juices than having the thick juice becoming diluted because you want something light. To us, it's unprofessional.
Yeah. So speaking about, this short is all about service providers, and also you bring different brides and grooms to tell their stories. So for you as a person, have you ever made any wedding, or are you planning to do?
I didn't see that coming. Yeah, obviously. I expect to, but not now. Not
even a kuchara.
Now, I still first want to concentrate on exciting my client. Yeah, because they're my priority for now.
But what is your perspective towards that? Do you see it, is it a positive thing, or do you see it in a certain way?
Just like someone from a Christian family, someone from a land family, why wouldn't I advise someone to go for functions?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I advise someone to go for kuchara, wedding, and kwanjula?
Yeah. Where
people go wrong, and it makes us, the babies, get scared of fashion. People usually, bachisusa.
Hey.
People go luxurious, People go luxurious, and
over 100 million.
100 million is an underestimate.
Yeah.
People go for billions of money for event.
We have ever heard of 1 billion event.
Many people go for billions of money. You understand?
And people know you, as Richie,
You get? So there is that pressure that people usually put on themselves, and young people get scared of going for such events. But this is what I can tell a young person out there. It's very okay. It's very, very okay for you to wed, for you to go for kwanjula, for you to go for kuchala at a young age. It is very okay. What is not okay is you wanting to do what someone else did.
And then after they go into debts, even not paying service providers in time.
That's totally not okay. I repeat, it is very okay for you to go for Kwanjula wedding introduction as the Mugore at 24, 25, 23. It is very okay.
It's okay.
What is not okay is you wanting to do what someone else did. That is what is not okay. But for events, I'm 100% positive about them. Come on.
Even if it wasn't for events, we wouldn't have been working.
It's what I have to tell you.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me to close my business.
To prevent people from...
Actually, it's like you're asking me to tell people, please stop giving me money.
Yeah.
Says no to money. Not me. People do events.
Yes.
Mukole mikolo.
Muwase.
The more you... Actually, this goes to the female gender.
Yeah.
Stop saying no to men.
Yeah. If somebody proposes, please don't say no.
Please just say yes for my sake.
Yeah.
If your man proposes, don't say no. Because the moment you say no, I'm losing money.
Even women that have high standards that, I want a man with such and such a thing. If you can't afford this, no.
Actually,
if you find somebody who gives you peace, just go with that one.
It's usually,
you make an event and then you call us.
It's usually ladies
yeah.
that put men on pressure.
Yeah.
They want to do nakasaga yagala kola omukolo nachanja gwe yakola.
Yeah.
Esther yagala kola omukolo Joan gwe yakola. Now that's where issues come up from. That's where you bagoles give us issues with service providers. Mutuwanyo obuzibu for our service providers. Because you want what Joan did to be at your function. Joan is a planned kid. Joan is having a planned husband. Joan has gone to planned schools. I mean, Joan's life is all about luxury.
Yeah.
Then from nowhere, it's totally impossible. Let's be comfortable with what we can afford. Omukolo gwo gunyuma nnyo nga tobanjibwa. Omukolo gwo gunyuma nnyo nga tobanjibwa. Have you seen Bagoles? There are some Bagoles that cry. Kumikolo nenge ekimukaabya. Mabanja. You may think they are happy. You may think they are happy. Nenga mabanja. Bulwajjukira nti wadise manja, dijja manja, decorate manja. They start crying.
Yeah.
You start being like, wow, tawulira sanyu.
Yeah, the photographer puts the lens there.
So, tukole emikolo gye tusobola.
Yeah.
I'll actually say this in Luganda. Tukole emikolo gye tusobola. Omukolo oba munene, oba mutono, guba munene.
That is your day.
Yes. Oba munene, oba mutono, guba munene. It is your day. It is your big day. You understand? Yeah. So I think that's what I can talk about functions. I'm very okay with people wedding, people introducing.
And also coming soon there.
Just soon so But I'm very positive about functions. It's actually religious, it's culture, and
it's godly.
It's godly. Yeah. I mean, it's people that are from land families that will actually support you to go for functions. You know, land is different from educated.
Yes.
Land is different. So get someone from a land family. Omuntu alimanyi nti no oba nnyina oba sirina omukolo gukyasobola okukolebwa, and they respect my marriage. You understand? Yeah. So Devyo, bana muwase.
So you have a family
that I come from,
that you have made. My question, it will depend on your answer. Yeah. That you have created yourself.
You have not created any family.
I wanted to ask you that, you know, at times in the
man is dead.
You know, at times, we service providers, we have a tendency of, let me say, in a season, of getting so many weddings, like from Monday, Tuesday, up to Sunday, and you find out that you don't have time for family. So I was wondering whether, if you had a family, how would you balance? Or if you don't, you have said you don't have a family. So what do you do in your free time, and how do you create time for yourself? Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a family, but I'm going to have a family.
Yeah. It isn't planned.
Yeah, and those are things that we cannot escape from.
Yeah.
It's reality of life. Me, I believe it's about getting an understanding partner, a partner that knows there is a day that my man is going to sleep at the side.
Yeah.
An understanding partner will know that when it comes to my weekends,
they are off.
Those are the busy days for my man. You get my point? Nawe ogenda kuva eri ogenda ofune nakanjako nakajja kakugambiriza ebyo tobinyumiza. Weekend my friends baba bakuba pate ne babba baabwe. You're telling me you're going to work. It doesn't make sense. So I thank God. God has given me
an understanding
girlfriend. She's God-fearing. She's very understanding.
Praise the Lord.
She knows I'm a muyiriri. She knows that.
And at the end of the day, they also need money from us.
Yes. So she knows I'm a legit muyiriri. She knows that. She knows that there are days I'll not sleep at home. She knows there are days that I'll be moody. She knows there are days that maybe my phones will go off in one way or the other. She knows there are days I will not have network probably when we're in the vehicle.
Definitely.
So I will not have reactions of but day never kazibo kati ate nakajjako blah blah.
Some people.
So I think when it comes to that time thing with service providers, it's about getting an understanding partner. Female or male. As long as they're understanding, they know the kind of job that you do. You'll not fail to get time for them, because just like I've told you, on Monday is my off day. Meaning I have all the time for my
woman,
for my woman,
family, and there to come in the future. So
time can never be a problem.
By the way,
if you have an understanding partner.
He or she can create time for you.
Yes, thank you.
No matter the consequences.
I have a girlfriend that even says, "Where are your functions?" Then you start telling her here. Then she says, "No, I think I'll help you with the other function." Now, how will she start complaining that you don't give her time? Because she has even gotten involved at some point. I'm not saying employ your partners. I'm not saying work with your partners. I don't second that. But once in a while, if she says, "Baby, I'm also free on Saturday.
Pass by.
How about I help you with this function in Seguku?" Why not? So you cannot fail to get time if you have an understanding partner. Usually people that complain about time, sorry to say, people that complain about time are people that are unemployed. People that don't have work that makes them busy.
The partners that do not work.
The partners that don't work. Partners that work, but actually their work doesn't make them that busy.
Even people that don't have visions.
So they are the ones that will mostly complain about time. Trust me, you cannot have time and money at the same time.
You have to unbalance somewhere.
Exactly. And trust me, if there is anything you're going to let go, in most cases, it's time. You understand? For money. More time, more money. Leave alone those things of these aged rich men. Of me, I sit home and my money comes. And
online businesses.
If you're a young person like me, spare your time to work. Don't spare your time.
More than
those things. Don't spare time to love. Spare time to work. When you work, you'll be loved. Trust me.
Somebody with something.
Trust me.
Be loved more than
when you work. Automatically you will be loved. That's what I can say. So about time, get an understanding partner, especially a service provider.
So how do you spend your free time?
Making juice.
That is what would mean free time. Wow. I wasn't expecting you to come.
In my free time, I do juice. In my free time, I research about juice. In my free time, I think about juice. In my free time, I think of how best can I satisfy my customers with juice.
So you don't get time like maybe to go out or to watch football. Probably if you love it.
I'm a football fan, a big football fan. But I cannot choose football
over
juice. Yes, meaning even when I'm watching football, even when I'm shouting,
thinking about juice,
I'm thinking about juice.
Yeah, I really love that mentality.
So I can still be doing other things, but my mind is still on
juice. When you go out and then you see something different, like maybe a flavor, and then you can easily refer to it, the color of the juice.
Even when I go out, because I told you one of the things I do in my free time is research about juice.
Yeah.
Even when I go out, I feel like I should take those people's juice to know.
See. Yeah.
That's research.
Yeah.
So, to me, just like my business mentor, Dalaus, said, to me, juice is my father, juice is my mother, juice is my first girlfriend, juice is my life.
That's your first priority.
Exactly. Juice is my everything.
Yeah.
You see, when I show you how far I've come, how far juice has brought me, you will start respecting a mango. Me, I feel bad when I'm walking around and I see someone kicking a mango.
Oh,
someone is kicking capital.
That is business.
To me,
yeah.
So never mundu asamba capital.
Nigga,
gets man. Yeah. So that's it.
Oh, so do you have any advice for somebody that is there out who wants to begin a juice business or who wants to venture into events? Which tips do you give him or her?
I don't have any advice for you.
No. Tell them.
Do your thing. Let God take his path. I'm where I am, not because I'm more knowledgeable. I'm where I am, not because I have the money or I had the money. No. It was actually God. Let no one lie to you that there is a formula for you to be successful in any field.
There's no formula.
There is no formula. Whether it's banking, whether it's juicing, whether it's event management, there is no formula.
There's God.
Just do your thing. Be loyal to your customers that have trusted you with the money.
Yeah.
But mostly, leave everything to God. Do your part. Let God do the rest. That's all I can tell you. There is no formula. Those things of, I hear, toba sente za client, wala bazidde ne bagagawala. Those things of,
these are driving Range Rover.
Hey, those things of, I hear, when you promise a client, give them what you've promised them. Whatever you got promising there, and they have more clients than you.
Yeah.
So, just do your thing, do your part, and let God do his part. That's all. There is some shay that said, Mutonzi wafe asalawo. Trust me, even when you spend sleepless nights, people will tell you, kendeza otulo olowooze nnyo. Kendeza otulo okole. Hey, sweetheart, sleep if you want to sleep. Because even when you sleep,
wake up early.
Even when you sleep for 3 hours, those things of wake up early, that's not a formula for you to be successful. There are people that even sleep and wake up at 10 a.m. So, just do your thing. Be you. Ebisigadde birekere Katonda. Si gwe asalawo ddira ofuna client.
Yeah.
Si gwe asalawo ba client class ki gy'ofunye oba level ki gy'ofunye. Si gwe asalawo. Ebyo si ebyokusalawo. Gwe kola bugwo.
Mutonzi waffe asalawo.
Mutonzi waffe asalawo. Toweteeka ku pressure. Weebake, sleep.
And don't compare yourself to other people. Because at times, people, they do not appreciate themselves because they're comparing Dalaus as Richie. Just look backwards where you have been and then you appreciate where you have
reached. You cannot. I will give an example. You can't be in the same business. You can't be in the same industry with people that actually have relatives in government.
Yeah.
And you're in the same industry with them. Gwe bambi okulidde mu katanga. Okitegeera. Okulidde eri naggulu mu go down.
Yeah.
Kati gw'osuubira nti ogenda kuba okola ebintu ng'oli planned kid wabikola.
On the same pace.
You want to move on the same pace. Ogenda gweddalu. You're going to run mad. You're going to die. You're going to faint.
Yeah.
Kitegeere nti zinengalo tezenkana. Someone can be here and you're here. You can also rise and be here. Ekisinga obukulu. Do your thing. Ate yagaliza.
That is a point.
Those things of beefing, olulwa kuba kusingako. Ate ifo ky'omuyigirako gwo mu beefing.
Yeah.
How are you going to learn? Yebyo nze sina magezi gamba bino njogera bwogezi. Gwe kola kiki ebisigadde birekere Katonda asalewo.
Even for us in photography, you can be there when somebody has the latest equipment, each and everything, and then you say, where do those people get money? Yet they get little bookings. So you just have to do your thing, and then God will tell, and time will tell at the end of the day.
True.
Have you ever had any precious moment that is funny, or you see people taking your juice in a happy moment? Have you ever had any happy moment on an event?
Yeah. It was actually, I think it was 2020. I just began.
Yeah.
There is this client that knew of bigger names in this juice business, but she chose to take me.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, she has like 3 people in her family that do what I do. And she chose me. Actually, I actually didn't think she would trust me to that extent. I just began. And these people were already in the juice business for long. But she said, Richie, I'm going to take you. You're the one going to do juice for my event.
Wow.
And at the end of that event, she cried as she was giving me a hug.
Appreciating for the good work we did.
Yes, she cried and she told me, I didn't know a beginner would have such a good product.
Wow.
By then, I think it was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. She cried and she's like, thank you for not disappointing me. And she told me, all service providers at my event were my family members apart from you.
Oh.
And then she told me, shockingly, all my service providers that are my family members have disappointed me. Yeah.
But she told me outsider.
Shockingly, my family members have disappointed me, including the deco person. But you, an outsider, you performed more than what I expected.
Wow, that is really a moment.
That was my best moment. And right now that client is like a mother to me.
Wow.
You know, when she calls me, I respond as if I'm talking to my mother.
Quickly.
She kept telling me, go on, you can do this, push, don't give up, blah, blah. And yeah, she didn't lie. Here I am.
A great juice maker.
Not only a great juice maker. I'm the president of the Uganda Natural Juicers Association.
Hey, you're the president.
Yeah, I'm the president of the Uganda Natural Juicers Association.
Wow.
For some good years now. Whenever I feel like retiring, they keep telling me, you're the one that can handle us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
just
means
like I told you,
do a lot of good things.
I'm a juice teacher. I'm a juice trainer. I'm all from juice. I cannot take that for granted.
Wow.
The best moment is that moment when she cried and she thanked me because among all the family members, an outsider performed more than what she expected.
Man, it has really been a big pleasure to have you on this show. Some people, you can invite them and then they do not turn up saying they're busy or some other things. Like, if I pay me, but I'm really so grateful that you really turned up, and I've really learned a lot from you, and it is really a big pleasure. Do you have something to say?
One thing you should know, you shouldn't thank me a lot. You're my boy. We are the same.
People don't know.
we are the same hustle. We are the same hustle.
Yeah, we are all hustlers.
That's why when you called me, I didn't give excuses. I was like, no, this is my boy.
Yeah.
I have to turn. Yeah, I think the last thing I can say is let's be patient in everything that we do. Let's be patient. It's time that tells. Someone that is not supporting you right now may be your best client. He has to come. Someone that is actually not wishing you well right now may it actually reach an extent and they have no option but just to wish you well.
Yeah.
So let's just be patient. And I repeat and I emphasize, do your part. Let God do his part. You cannot do all the parts. Thank you.
Yeah. And you have to also take a step because Katonda yamba and
True.
Yeah, you have to take a step, not to just say, I have to first get a lot of money to buy blenders, to get clients, you know. Begin with what you have.
Actually, sorry, closing. You've said that. I remembered something.
Yeah.
Now this goes to everyone out there. Those things of telling Imbo Mutwego ye capital. Tebakulimba. You need money.
Money has to be there.
There is nothing like Mutwego ye capital. Have the money. Nebo bango ine ebirowoozo ebizimba bitya.
Yeah.
Naye nga toyina capital. Wasente.
Capital wasente.
So that you don't have capital. Gemazima muve kuba motivational speakers.
Ideas without money.
Me, I'm not a motivational speaker. Me, I will tell you the truth. However much you have your ideas, minus the money, you don't have ideas. Thank you.
So, for somebody who is starting US in this generation, do you think he needs, for starters, how much as capital?
Okay. Sounding motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Personally, I started Richie's blended juice with 130,000.
Then
emitwalo 13. Ate tugambe then naye omuntu ogamba then ayinza I'm talking of then.
By the way, just 5 years.
I'm talking
5, 6
years.
Yeah,
I'm talking of 2019.
Yeah, just
I started with
lockdown.
Yeah, I started with 130,000. Emitwalo 13. By then abaana abali myaka gyange nga bafuna emitwalo 13. Aba yagala atopinge ku simu gyalina anfune the latest phone,
latest iPhone, latest whatever. Yeah,
the latest Samsung. Kasamgamba katulaba assuming obadde okwata tugambe S20.
Yeah,
ne bagamba nti omanyi ku mutwalo 13 eje mutwalo 13 bwojongera ku S20 you can get an S20 plus.
Oh, it's 21 Ultra.
Oh, S21 Ultra, yeah. S22. By then, so many friends of mine would jump onto phones because they want to hold the latest versions of phones. You understand? Me, I started with 130,000. But I'm not saying you can also start with 130,000. That's a lie. Me, I started with 130,000, but my father had a freezer at home.
Oh, it was already available.
Yes. I started with 130,000, but I was using Yaka of my dad.
Yeah, that expense also.
Me, I started with 130,000, but I was using home bowels. I was using home sieves. You understand?
You had that support of the family.
Thank you.
Initially.
Thank you. Kati, there are people out there. Ngabambi wakato ina fridge. And someone is convincing you can start with 100.
With 100.
Wambi oliye nga toina na mitwalo 9 jigula blender nze jenali nyina by then. And someone is telling you can tebabalimba. You need more money to start a business.
Yeah. Can 1 million begin?
Even 500 can. It depends. Just like I've told you, at our place, at our home, I was privileged that we had a freezer, we had a what.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you also have a chance and you have what I had, you can even start with less money than that. Me, I bought a blender because in our house we didn't have a blender.
But you might be having
if at all we had a blender, I wouldn't buy it. Meaning I would start with less money.
Yeah. Only the fruits.
Only the fruits. Thank you.
Yeah.
So there is nothing like, as long as you have this amount of money, tandika. Otandika leo tandika na chinkwano. You understand?
You need more.
So, as I've told you, I'm not a motivational speaker. There is nothing like zona zolina zitandika. Mukwano tebakulimba. Unless ngogena kwata emiyembe utandika okunyiga n'akatimba. There are people that get mango and put it in a net and they start squeezing for juice. Gwasobola munywa. Olaba nchikunyonyola bunyonyo inokamba ew. Ochitegera.
Yeah.
So, tebakulimba, you need money to start a business. There is nothing like this is how much you need. Any money can start depending, motivational speaker depending on what you have at that time. Singa wakati wali freezer, singa tewali busengejja, singa tewali bowels, singa tewali masanyalaze, subira nti juice ono nandibadde mutandika. So, ebambi tebabalimba, bibaga muno simanyi any money can start. Kisinzira ku kikyolinawo by then. Thank you.
Yeah. So for somebody who wants to get in touch with you, how can they be in touch with you?
Okay. First of all, I'm a Jewish teacher. I teach Jews.
Oh.
I teach high school students Jews. They are not mentioned as schools, but I'm a Jewish teacher.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm also a business mentor. I can mentor you in one way or the other. I'm not
the Jews business.
Yeah, I'm not the best, but I believe I can give you information that will really enrich you. If you want me, can I say my numbers?
Yes, and all social media platforms.
Okay. You just call 0759 66 26 48. 0759 66 26 48. That is my only number.
Only one number.
That is my only number. There is nothing like what or what. It's on WhatsApp, and it's the one for direct calls. On TikTok, it's Richie's Blended Juice.
Instagram, the same.
Richie's Blended Juice. Everywhere. Our offices are located in Chibuli. Chibuli is not far from the city center. It's just 2K or 3K on a border to our offices. You can pass by if you have an event. You come and we have a talk. At Richie's Blended Juice, we believe any money can get you the juice that you want. What differs is the package that you would get. But our primary target is nice quality juice.
The same quality.
And any money can get you that quality juice that you want. We are located in Chibuli, near Green Hill Academy, after Starbucks, or near Starbucks petrol station.
You can even make your orders for the liters, normal liters on a daily basis, not only events.
Now, when someone hears me speak about events, they might think juice oyo siri munywa paka nga nkoze omukolo. Katuko gwe yamaliza omukolo gambo bandi munywa ddi. My dear, we make juice on a daily and we deliver to you people at your offices. We deliver to you people at your doorsteps. You can even make surprise orders for your loved ones. Trust me, we shall deliver them in a very colorful and loving way. Thank you.
Thank you very much for watching this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any suggestion of any service provider or any couple that you want me to bring on the show, you can comment down below, and see you in the next video.